Hey guys! In today's video, I've got 5 tips for improving hyperpigmentation around the mouth. Hyperpigmentation around the mouth is not an uncommon cosmetic condition that presents in dermatology clinic. It can be due to a variety of things like healing eczema or seborrheic dermatitis, which if you're not familiar with seborrheic dermatitis, it's a common skin condition where you get flaky, red, sometimes greasy patches around the mouth and around the nose. It also can be due to something that you're coming in contact with that may be irritating or that you might be allergic to. As someone with a history of eczema, personally I have dealt with bouts of hyperpigmentation around the mouth. My number 1 tip is to evaluate your pillow and pillowcase. The reason for this is that your pillow and pillowcase may be harboring bacteria or biofilms that can be contributing to irritation on your face and around your mouth and contributing to this. Also, your pillow may not be supporting your head, neck, and shoulders properly at night. You're squishing your face as you sleep, and maybe you drool a little bit in your sleep, and that drool can pool around your mouth and contribute to irritation and persistent hyperpigmentation around the mouth. A real game changer for me has been my Sleep and Glow pillow. I did a video on this a while back, and you guys have been continuing to ask me about it. I love it. It has been a game changer for both my sleep as well as for my skin. I'm partnering with Sleep and Glow again on today's video, so thank you Sleep and Glow for sponsoring this portion of today's video. It is made with memory foam, so it will mold to the shape of your head, neck, and shoulders. It was also engineered alongside orthopedists to support proper body alignment for sleep. So whether you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper, it's got a nice divot here for side sleepers that cradles the cheek nicely. So you're not going to have any pooling of saliva up against your skin. Also, the reason I like this is the pillowcase is 100% Tencel and silk, which are materials that will repel moisture and things like your products. So say for example, you go to bed after you shampoo your hair, shampoo residue can deposit on the pillowcase. You may be irritated by that on your skin, and it may be trapped in your pillowcase. This type of fabric will not do that. So that is another reason why this is good. And it also is great because the pillow itself is made with silver ions, which repel bacteria and are bacteriostatic, and also inhibit fungi and viruses that can be causing irritation. So I highly recommend this. Check the link in the description box below. I have a coupon code for you guys again for, I believe, 10 bucks off, and it has made a huge difference in the quality of my sleep as well as my skin. I definitely see a difference. It's really made a huge difference. Reevaluate your pillow. It could be a source of distress for your skin. My second tip is to take a careful look at the foods that you're eating and the beverages that you're drinking. Certain spices like cinnamon, ginger, turmeric can be irritating if they're left on the skin. And so if you think about it, if you're consuming a lot of soups and hot liquids that are of foods that are flavored with these spices, that evaporative steam from the food can condense onto your skin around your mouth, admixed with saliva, and really create this irritating film, if you will, on your skin that can contribute to hyperpigmentation around the mouth. So for example, if you drink soup out of a bowl, that steam's going to condense around the mouth and leave behind that film of spices along with your saliva. That can be irritating. You may not even realize it. Likewise, different beverages that you may be consuming can also be irritating to the skin around the mouth and the lips themselves. And certain fruits can really be irritating to the skin as well. Papaya and pineapple, for example, have fruit enzymes in them that are irritating when left on the skin for too long, and they're particularly irritating when they're admixed with saliva. So if you love fruits and things like that, I suggest chopping them up and eating them with a fork rather than eating them directly, because that way it avoids the juices running down your face and contributing to irritation on the skin. My third tip should come as no surprise to you guys, and that is wear a sunscreen every day. But you have to wear, or I recommend you wear, a specific type of sunscreen, and that is a mineral sunscreen that is tinted. Two things contribute to hyperpigmentation. One, ultraviolet radiation that comes from the sun, and number two, visible light that comes from the sun. Both ultraviolet radiation and visible light that contribute to hyperpigmentation are present every day. Even when it's cloudy outside, these wavelengths of ultraviolet radiation and visible light, they can come through your window. So even when you're indoors most of the day, they still can affect your skin. So it's really important to protect your skin on a daily basis. I recommend using a mineral sunscreen that is tinted for this reason, because mineral sunscreens that contain zinc oxide that will protect you against both ultraviolet radiation and visible light. I recommend choosing a tinted sunscreen because the tint is put into the sunscreen through something called iron oxides. And this inactive ingredient can protect additionally against visible light. So you get visible light protection from zinc and iron oxides, and you get ultraviolet radiation protection from zinc in the sunscreen. Personally, my favorite tinted mineral sunscreen that has zinc oxide and iron oxides is Color Science Sunforgettable Sun Shield. I also recommend Coat's mineral sunscreen and a variety of others. Check the description box. I will list those down below for you guys. My fourth tip though is for at nighttime. So during the day you gotta wear a sunscreen, but at nighttime wear a moisturizer. The reason this is important is moisturizers help in babying your skin barrier, because any kind of dryness around the mouth or irritation can contribute to persistence of that hyperpigmentation. So make sure you put a moisturizer on after cleansing, for example, at nighttime, to make sure that your skin barrier is happy and your skin can begin to heal and clear the hyperpigmentation. I will list in the description box below several moisturizers that I recommend, all of which are fragrance-free and free of common irritants, allergens. But personally, one that I use and really makes a huge difference when I am dealing with irritation and hyperpigmentation around the mouth, usually related to my cantaloupe habit or my love of all things turmeric, cinnamon, and spice. I have found that the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 Balm is fantastic for this express purpose. I call it my chin cream, if you will. I get hyperpigmentation around the corners of my mouth, kind of on my chin. And you know, I always joke that you don't need an eye cream, you don't need a neck cream. Well, yours truly actually has a dedicated chin cream. So when I have this problem, I turn to this La Roche-Posay Cicaplast. It's really helped a lot. It's just a nice, soothing balm. It's very thick. It contains panthenol, which is a skin conditioning agent, and it also has zinc in it, so it's anti-inflammatory and has some antimicrobial properties. It also has medicaside in it, which is derived from gotu kola, and there's some preliminary evidence is helpful as an ingredient for skin barrier restoration and healing. And personally, this is my chin cream. Whenever I get irritation around my mouth related to my turmeric spice cinnamon habit or my cantaloupe habit, I break this out, and it really helps address the skin barrier issue right away and really helps a lot. So I recommend this, but I'll list some alternatives down below in the description box. But my final tip is to actually give sulfur a shot. Try doing a sulfur mask around the mouth a few nights a week. Even nightly. And my favorite sulfur mask is the De La Cruz Sulfur Ointment. I love this. I've talked about it in other videos. I have a video talking about why sulfur is a good ingredient for skincare. But for somebody dealing with hyperpigmentation around the mouth, this can be helpful for a few reasons. It's anti-inflammatory, so irritation and inflammation in the skin that's driving the hyperpigmentation will be helped with this. It's also anti-acne, so if your hyperpigmentation is related to healing acne, you'll get benefit from the sulfur through that. It also is an anti-seborrheic, meaning it's helpful for oiliness, and it's helpful for fighting against seborrheic dermatitis. It will gently exfoliate the skin, very gently, so it can lift up some of those hyperpigmented skin cells that are close to the top and help to gently exfoliate them. And it's not pore clogging. It's very soothing, easy to tolerate. If you have really sensitive skin, this is an ingredient that is generally very well tolerated. It can be very drying, so after you use it, And after you rinse it off, just make sure you follow it up with a moisturizer, one of the ones that I suggest in the description box or one that you're using and like yourself. But yeah, putting this on to a clean, dry face a few nights a week, you can even try it nightly if you tolerate it well, can really help. Put it on, leave it on for a few minutes, 10 minutes, and then rinse it off with water. The reason I love this particular one is it doesn't have anything other than the sulfur and a little bit of polyethylene glycol to make it rinse off easily. So it's not irritating, there's no fragrance, there's no menthol, there's no jazzy, you know, botanic exotic ingredients. So those are my 5 tips for hyperpigmentation around the mouth. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you Sleep and Glow for sponsoring a portion of today's video. And again, check the description box for a coupon code, as well as a link to where you can purchase one if you are interested. And all of my skincare racks in terms of moisturizers, sunscreens, and then of course the De La Cruz sulfur mask. So again, I hope this video was helpful to you guys out there coping with hyperpigmentation around the mouth. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.